Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So excited today to talk. Hello, Valerie. Hi to you. Hello, David. Hi. I'm happy that you're here as well. Really excited. And I'm mindful that I'm always excited about the topics, but maybe it's because we pick topics that we like. Lynn, hello to you. We pick topics that are inspiring and that are real life, but today's a real physical topic. It's really looking at the physical body, It's all about intuitive eating. And it's this month we've been talking about self-image and body image and everything that to do with self, the physical self. How do we think about ourselves, our self-esteem, our self-confidence, our self-worthiness, our self-expression, our self-image. And one of the major topics that have so much to do with body is eating. Eating food is the fuel for our amazing bodies. The fuel. Monica, hello to you. Hello. The fuel for our bodies comes from food. And there's so much out there about what we should eat, what we shouldn't eat, what's good for us, what isn't good for us, and the impact and the judgment of food on our self-image and our body image. So today, it's overwhelming. Valerie, fantastic. It's overwhelming. Yeah, so this is the question. I didn't write a question in the window. How do we feel about food? What's our relationship with food? Because today, my intention is to shift our relationship with food to be one of pleasure and joy. It's our fuel. And it's a fuel that we get to enjoy because it is one of the major pleasures in life. And what we're going to do is look from all the different bodies, our egoic body, our mental body, our emotional body, our physical body, judgments, beliefs, misbeliefs, limiting thoughts that we hold towards food, and open ourselves up to finding I love it, Monica. I have to admit it. I have a love-hate relationship. Fantastic. What we want to do is move it to a love. Valerie, I hate that we need food. A lot of resistance. Valerie, that is absolutely amazingly beautiful. Do you know that you indicated right from the beginning your relationship with control and freedom? So that we need food and it's an element of lack of control or power or powerlessness. Valerie, such beautiful. I love so much how so little can say so much. And if we're willing to be open and aware that it can really help us understand the way that we perceive ourselves in life so we can be empowered. And the point is to look at, Valerie, it gave you a clue to be self-empowered. Ooh, interesting. It's about control for me. It's about need, not want. Monica is about love, hate, the sadness and the happiness that you're experiencing in life right now, particularly with your loss. So the biggest lens that we have on life, the relationship and the minutia is actually a lens to the larger self. So if we start to recognize that we can use food as a catalyst for understanding our perspective on life, boom. Empowered. Lynn, love it, but sometimes I do not want it all. Lynn, tell me what you don't want at all. When you say I love it, but sometimes I don't want it all. Tell me what you're saying. So this is the question, to eat. Interesting. And why do you not want to eat? Why do you not want to eat? So this is the question. How does everybody want to feel about food? How do you want to feel about food? How do you want to feel? And the other interesting thing about food is there's a relationship before you eat, while you're eating, and after you're eating. If you know me, which you all do, I really try so much not to allow time to be incorporated into a lot of our spiritual work because time is limiting and we have so many limiting beliefs about it. But the relationship with food is so crucial, so critical, so important for us to become aware of the before, the during, and the after, so we can start to continue to make decisions that are empowering and from a place of love and feeling good. So we got to look at our pre-thoughts and beliefs about food, how we feel while we're eating the food. The hearts are going. This is really important. So we're going to mention this a few times while everybody starts to fill up and fill up and fill up while we're eating, and then after we eat. So time is very important when you start to establish a strong, happy, fantastic, amazing relationship with food. The hearts are going, so that's resonating, and that's really intellectual, but it's really important. Okay. Lynn, too much choices, and a lot of craving for sweets. So Lynn, I appreciate that so much. If you were to have a relationship with sweets and with food, how would you like it to feel? So you don't want it, you resist it. And why is it that why is too much choices and craving bad? So let's get to the root of it. Why is that bad? Okay, let's get to the root of why food. We have the love-hate relationship. We have the detest for the need of it, that there's too much choice and a lot of craving. Why is that bad? Let's get to our beliefs. Let's talk to the beliefs. Valerie, eating makes me feel ashamed. Fantastic, Valerie, fantastic. Especially when people see me. I feel judged myself and others. I feel beautiful and I desire more acceptance and distance from my thoughts. Beautiful. It's interesting because when I mention food, my daughter will say to me, Mom, don't food shame me. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't, but sometimes I have a relationship with food and she must be feeling that. So I honor the fact that when I say things, some of it's her own conditioning from her own bringing in processing of life and everything, but some of it is, yeah, she's right. I had a relationship with my body and body image and self-image and food, and it's one of the things that I've spoken about on this live channel before. That's one of the things that I continue to calibrate to having a great relationship with a great relationship with my body and having that self-acceptance that you're talking about, Valerie, and that self-love. So shame. And what are we ashamed of? Let's get to the root of it. Lynn, talk to me. Valerie, everybody talk to me. Why the hate? Why the shame? Why the not wanting control? What is it that we're avoiding? Angie, having celiac disease, diet, food, management, preparation is a chore. Fantastic, Angie. And then I'm going to ask you, and I don't eat gluten. I cannot eat gluten. So I understand that celiac disease and having to have very... it feels controlled relationship with food, and the control is I cannot eat X because if so, I become unsafe, and so it becomes, like you said, a chore. What would you like the relationship to be? How would you like it to feel? And Angie, I'm going to ask you if that's the relationship that you have with life. How I was able to see really quickly with Valerie and Monica. Ooh, that's interesting. That story about food is consistent with your story with life. Angie, can you see that the management preparation of life, the work that you're doing is a chore? Can you see that in a lens from your life? Can we get insight with our relationship? This is what I want for all of us. I've got a moment. I've got the goosebumps. This is what I want for all of us. I want all of us to take today's session, I'm calling it a session, period, today's inspiration, today's motivation, and recognize that our relationship with food is a model for our relationship for life. And today we're not only going to get empowered for food, but it's going to be empowerment for life. And that we're willing to use our lens to recognize, this is how I am feeling about life, and together we're going to turn around and find all of the things, the acceptance, the flow, the ease that we're talking about. Okay, so that's who joins me in that inspiration, in that intention. Give me the hearts. Let's create the intention for being willing to see the relationship with food is no different than our relationship for life. With life is probably the best way to say it. Our relationship with food is no different than our relationship with life. Fantastic. Monica says I'm in, and the hearts are coming in. So let's recognize that this is fun. Okay, this is another intention. This is another intention. Ashley, you really just blew my mind. Fantastic. I got the goosebumps. This is another intention. Join me. Tell me if you're going to join me. And we are going to do it with fun and empowerment. How do we do that? We do it with awareness. We do it through compassion. We do it through understanding it. We do it through self-love and care. And we're all in this together. It's just the human journey, and we're not going to take it seriously that the relationship with control and not being free and unhappiness and our search for love, it's going to be fun. Because that's how we do it here. That's how we do it here. Okay, Valerie, I don't know if I can view it as fun, but I intend to see it as interesting. Valerie, beautiful. And I love that you said that. Whatever lens that you can that is empowering, I invite. So whatever lens that you could say that, oh, we're going to have, I sing during these lives sometimes. We'll play, we laugh, we whatever. But if it's just, this is really, really interesting. But the element that I really want is that this today will be empowering. Empowering. Okay? Okay. Okay. So let's go to where I haven't read. Okay. So Angie says, so Monica says she's in control and out of control. We're going to talk about control again. Erica, eating keeps me overweight. This is what I wanted to get to. So eating, our relationship with food, is the reason that I'm overweight and unattractive, which makes me feel shame. So fantastic. So we got to where I wanted to get. Food equals body shame. Food equals unattractive. Food equals physically unfree, maybe physically unworthy, physically not able to attract love and be attractive. So food is what we blame for our body image and our self-image. Yes or no? Everybody give me the yes or no. Monica's saying I'm feeling in control and out of control. So fantastic. So no food equals no life. Monica, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so now let's recognize that the relationship is not our issue with food. Our concern is our disillusion. I'm going to use the word disillusion. Our disillusion that food is to blame for our physicality. So our bodies are victim of our food choices. Who likes that and who's on board with me on that? Who is on board with me on that? C says yes. I want hearts. Yes, on board. Monica on board. I got it hard. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so we always want to get to the root. So the root is then our body shame and our self-image, our poor self-image, our poor self-worth, our lack of feeling of freedom, right? What is it that we feel? So let's go to our bodies now. Let's get out of the food. We recognize, ooh, our food is just a catalyst for feeling out of control, for feeling unworthy, for feeling shame. So what is it that we feel? What is it that we feel? What's the judgments that we hold on our bodies? And I know there's other comments up there, but I think let's go with this root and then we'll go back to the comments, or I'm going to ask you to put the comments back at the window. What is it that we feel about our bodies? And repeat them if we want to repeat them. Repeat them. When my emotions are out of control, so is my eating. Monica, fantastic. My emotions are out of control, so is my eating. So feeling out of control. And I'm going to also point something out, Monica. There's a judgment that emotions are bad. We all carry a judgment that emotions are bad. Sadness is bad. Anger is bad. Frustration is bad. But what if our emotions are, and next month we're going to talk about emotions. I think next month is emotions, might be the month after. What if emotions are a catalyst to our desire? What if emotions are actually pointing us out to what we want? And maybe when you're out of control, you want to feel in control. But is it really we want to feel in control? Or we've talked about this before. And Monica, I don't know if you've been on the live stream. What is it that we really want in life? Do we really have control? Valerie says she feels ugly, which is beautiful. Adelie says there's a judgment that I weigh more than I should. So what does that mean? Adelie, bring that down to the root. What do you feel in the judgmental terms of that? I want to come down to the root of what that means. I weigh more than I should, which means what? Go back, go more. What does that mean? What's the judgment you have in yourself? C, my body is a measure of my worth, and blame body size on food consumed. Beautiful. C, fantastic, fantastic. So now what we say, ooh, I'm not worthy because, and we talked about this during body image. So that's why I'm coupling self-image with body image and food, because last week, who was on with last week when we talked about body image? Who was there that we recognized that body image? I was. Fantastic. And do you remember what our conclusion is about body image? I see hearts going. What was our conclusion about body image? What was our conclusion about body image? That we used our body as an external catalyst for what we were internally desiring, which is the feeling of self-love, acceptance, worthiness, freedom. So our bodies is what we're blaming for not self-loving, and that we're conditionally feeling that if our body is X, then we feel Y. But really, when our body gets to X, or we still feel the same way, because it's not about our body, it's about our internal calibration. Mary Alice, worthiness. Hello, Manal and everyone. I compare myself to my younger body. Beautiful. Ashley, I guess the root of weighing more than I should is that I don't feel good enough. Fantastic, Ashley. Fantastic. That's what I don't feel good enough. I don't feel good enough. Society dictates what women should look like. Angie, I'd say society dictates how women should look like, how men should look like, what gender should be, what gender should not be, what fluidity is. There's so many things that society is, but that's external. Society is external. And during my talks, I do talk about how we got it. The conditioning is from society. The conditioning is from our parents. The conditioning is from our friends. The conditioning is from our social media. The conditioning is from the noise all around us. But how do we want to calibrate? Externally or internally? So we can also look at it as our body and food are powerful tools to teach us how to internally calibrate. That our life journey, we externally take it all on, but ultimately, we want to calibrate internally. And everything we experience in life is to teach us how to internally calibrate. Who buys that? Who accepts that? Who wants to buy into that and then to say, I want to internally calibrate? Monica, beautiful. Me, I accept that. Beautiful. And I see the hearts that are accepting it. Fantastic. So do we still want to talk about what our bodies feel like and bring that out? Or do we want to go to the next? I want to internally calibrate. Do we want to talk about, okay, so what do we want to internally calibrate to? I crave external validation, but would love to internally calibrate. Okay, Erica, do you know what the first step is? The first step is what we're doing today. Awareness. What did we become aware of right now? Ooh, food is actually my relationship with my body. And ooh, my body is actually a relationship of shame and not good enough and unworthiness and not free and not loving and not happy. Like, ooh, I'm using and how interesting, how powerful my relationship with food is actually very similar to my relationship with life. So food and my body are teaching me how external is not serving me and how I want to come in. And that's what InsightTimer is all about. That's what meditation is all about. That's what self-awareness is all about. That's what emotional intelligence is about. That's what about all of this spirituality and self-growth is all about, is internal calibration. Buying into it? Are we buying into it, or do we need to talk about more about external? Manal, this journey is about going within. Why are we physical beings? I know the answer is to enjoy things, but Valerie, I think for me, there's still resistance to being alive in general. Valerie, that's fantastic, and it's wonderful. And one of the live streams we talked about last time, we were talking about the why, and I used there's the mystery and the human journey, and we're humans, and ultimately, and then I think it was TJ said, oh, you have to have faith. So Valerie, I have asked myself that why so many times during my life journey, during times of highs and during times of lows and during times of medium. And I will say, like, why are we here? Why are we here as humans? Why did I choose to be? Why is this? Why? And the answer that I come to is that I have to have faith. that there's a bigger meaning. And I look to faith. And that's why I say to you, we're going to our egoic beliefs. Okay, so Valerie directed us to our egoic beliefs. And today I wanted us to go into all of our bodies. Okay, so we know the four bodies, egoic, the mental, emotional, and physical. So now we're at the egoic, faith. So what is it that we want to believe in? What is the beliefs? What's our connection to bigger? Why are we here as humans? Everybody tell me, why are you here as a human? What do you believe about this human experience? Karen says trust and faith. Trust and faith. So tell me more. Why are we here? Why are we here egoically? Why are we here? I'm going to start. God. I believe in God. There's a higher meaning and the beauty of God, a greater power, the universe. We are the universe, experiencing the universe. Ashley, that fascinates me. Monica, to learn and expand. Angie, to learn and grow and connect. I see the meaning of that. Spent a lifetime rejecting food and isolating because of the secret. Now I accept food and I'm learning to truly engage in life. Beautiful. So we're here to engage in life. We're here because spiritual beings and physical beings have different experiences. I type slow, sorry, says C. Okay, C. I brought you into where we were. You're beautiful. To bring peace and joy into our lives and bring it to others. So Valerie, why are you here? You are here to learn how to flow. You're here to learn to trust yourself. You are here to learn to allow. Valerie, you are here to learn how to find happiness in a chaotic life. This is Valerie, from all the things that I know about you, from all of the lives and engagements that I've had with you. That's why Valerie, why you are here. And you tell me more why you are here. I can tell you that Manal is here to learn to feel free and full love. I can tell you that Manal's been on a journey of like feeling worthy, but realizing that worthiness was externally generated and learning how to internally generate it. I know that Manal is here to learn how to accept that she can't control. So she felt controlled her whole life, and now she realizes that she can't control and that control is an illusion, and to just find allowing and flow in the beauty and the natural evolution of life. So I want everybody to put in the window or think to yourself, why are you here? Why are you here? What are you to learn, to grow, to expand for? What is it that your relationship with food will give you an indication of what you're here for in life? Valerie, yes, I can see that I'm here to find more trust in myself and others and the universe. Beautiful, Valerie. Beautiful. And most of us will get to the trust because we talked a lot about control. Monica said, in control, out of control. What's the antidote of control? Trust. It's trust. And in this trust, we want to find flow and love and pleasure. We want to allow. We want to enjoy. As a physical being, we get to have these five senses. We see, we smell, we taste, we hear, we touch. As a physical being, there's things that we can't get. We've all seen movies where they're spiritual beings or they're ghosts. The spirit doesn't enjoy the physical sensations. C says, what is the current question again, please? Why are you here? Everybody tell me why you're here. Hamdan, well, for me, I'm here to relieve myself as much stress and more. So Hamdan, for this particular moment, you're here to find then love, acceptance. I'd say relieving from stress is allowing life. How does this feel? Okay, everybody, how does this feel? Control and controlling food versus just trusting and allowing. I was a bit dramatic, so so the question is a bit rhetorical, but how do we want to feel in life? Let's go back to the egoic. How do we want to feel? Valerie, more trust in my body, maybe? Yes, Valerie, and more trust, not just in your body, in you, in your life journey, in everything that's happened to us individually and collectively. Why are we here? Why are we here? Trust that we're here for purpose. And what is our purpose? I am my purpose. You are your purpose. knows that they are their purpose? Who is looking for purpose in life and who knows that they are their purpose? Angie, to be loved, love everyone, love in oneness. Beautiful, Angie. C, in life, to thrive, experience the joys of life, connect to others and share compassion. Beautiful. Angie, want to live in and with flow. Beautiful, beautiful. So what's our purpose? Who knows what your purpose is? What is our purpose? What's our purpose? Guiding the heart's going. What's your purpose? Yes, Angie says, I am my purpose. Yes, I am my purpose. Valerie, to be on this journey. I am my purpose, says Ashley. Erica, I've always believed I was here to make others feel happy and loved, but I think I need to embody self-love first so I can give to others more freely. Erica, yes, you're giving from empty. If you're here to give others love, there's something that you can't control. But if you love self and you're full of love, then everything you see will just receive love. You'll receive love. You'll receive and give love just from unconditionally. And again, using God, universe, inner beings, higher being, higher meaning as sort of the beacon for what life is. It's unconditional love. Giving unconditional love by being unconditional love. By being unconditional love. We are unconditional love. We are unconditional love. So Erica, yes, you are here to feel, to make others feel happy and love. But it's not by making them, it's by being love. By being love. Can you imagine, everybody? Let's stop for a moment and let's feel being love. Just tell me if you can feel being love. Not receiving love, not giving love, but being love. And when you are that love, what's the natural feeling that you have for others? Love and compassion and acceptance. And if they don't become happy and you don't make them happy, how do you feel? So right now I am love and I'm giving love to someone, trying to give them love, but they don't feel love. How does that make me feel? If I'm trying to make them be happy or if I'm just being love. So here's the A and the B. A is I am trying to make someone feel happy and they don't feel happy, or I am just love and giving them love, radiating love, and they don't feel happy. How will we feel in A or B? Was that clear what the difference was between A and B? Jen, to live life fully, to grow, learn, to discover and experience life as a human being and with purpose and allowing, knowing, trusting, and with faith, love, joy, happiness, and just accepting as I am, me. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. C, just discovering I have a purpose. Don't know what it is yet, as now I'm new in season and a new journey. And C, that I'm going to tell you what your purpose is. You. We are all our purpose. We don't need to discover our purpose. We are our purpose. And how do we know if we're fulfilling our purpose? We are happy. We're joyful. We are love. We radiate love. We feel good. We enjoy life. Life feels good. That's how we know when we're living our purpose, but you are your purpose. Angie says, makes me feel like a child, just feeling love, just feeling that you are love. Monica, that's a beautiful thing. And could you imagine if the entire planet felt that way? Yes, can you imagine? Can you imagine if we all just felt we're love? We're love, and it was irregardless of what other people feel. Angie said, I feel innocent and free by feeling love, feeling love. So Gary, disappointed. So if you're trying to make somebody feel love and they aren't becoming happy and feeling loved, yeah, you feel disappointed, angry, frustrated, upset, hurt, like a failure, unworthy, not good enough. A lot of these things that we talked about with food, isn't that interesting? So interesting. That a lot of the things that we said, it could have been about food. So when I'm trying to make something happen, external, I'll feel a lot of things because I'm not just accepting. So now I am love. I am love. And I'm just radiating love. Radiating love. How do I feel? Erica, A creates expectations, which we can create disappointment, feelings of inadequacy. B feels free and light. Free and light. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gary, not angry, but yes, and worthy. Fantastic. So A is a conditional. We're trying to make and change external that we have no control over. B, we are just being true to ourselves and we feel free and light. Free and light. So let's bring this back to food. So A, we're trying to control what we eat. Okay, Valerie, if I'm love, I feel peace and hope and acceptance and compassion. So isn't this great? So light bulb moment, what do we want to be? Question, this is the light bulb moment. What is it that we want to be? What is it that we want to be? I want to play the Jeopardy, see love. 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 Happy and filled with joy. Beautiful. Jen, I am happy, Manal. I cannot make anyone feel happy. I accept this as truth. Therefore, I don't take it personally. It has taken me a while to learn this one, but it's great when I see it more clearly. Woohoo! Fantastic, Jen. Fantastic. It's fantastic. Angie says, we are all born worthy. Beautiful. We're all worthy. Unconditional free. We are worthy. We are free. We are love. We are love. So isn't this interesting? So we've already talked about control is about being free or not being free. Now we're talking about again, this food has brought us to being I am love. And Gary talked about the worthiness, I am worthy. So food, the relationship with food and our body teaches us all three of the unconditional three. Worthiness, freedom, and love. So what do we want to be? And how are we going to get there? That's the question. What do we want to be and how are we going to get there? Everybody, create the intention right now. What do you want to be? What do you want to be? How do you want to feel? How do you want to live life? What do you want your relationship with food to feel like? And food is a proxy for life. Food is a proxy for life. So even though we're talking about food, the lens is food, we recognize everything we're talking about goes to life. So fascinating how such a small topic, which is major, can talk about everything. So Angie, we want to feel in flow. Valerie, we want to feel more ease, less resistance. And Valerie, that's a bit redundant, so I'm going to just replace that with ease. Angie did it for us, just at ease. And Valerie, I want you to feel the resistance right now that you're feeling and share what that resistance feels like. And anybody, okay, right now in the window, do you have resistance and what is your resistance right now? What is your resistance? Karen A, not to control it. Less resistance. Eat to live. To love. Karen, can I change that? Karen A to eat to love. Can I change that to eat to love? Eat to love. Yes, sure, fantastic. Eat to love. Eat to love. Because we realize it has to do with our worthiness and our freedom and our happiness, and all that is the word love. We just went through and talked about love, so we eat to love. Eat to love. So who wants to create the intention to eat to love? C, fear of trusting my body with food completely. Okay, C, what happens if you let go? What happens if you don't, if you're in control, if you let go of control? Because the fear of trusting is, and we're going to talk about practical ways. So right now we're getting the lens to get to the root cause, and then we're going to talk about practicality. But let's still get to the Gary, I think I need a Snickers, which is okay. We're not saying that if that brings you pleasure, there's a lot of Angie's giggling, we're all laughing. There's a lot of protein with the peanuts and Snickers. Ashley, I want to be walking embodiment of love. My relationship with food is a reflection of how I feel about myself and my life situation. So with food, I want to feel acceptance and lack of judgment. And everybody, I want to bring to our collective intention. And this is important. And it's easier to see when other people do it than we do it. A lot of time when I ask what we want or what you want, we write what we want and what we don't want. And it's good because that what we don't want is the resistance, but I want us to really focus on our desires. Use the resistance for self-understanding, but let's focus on our desire. Be aware of the resistance, which is what we don't want. So if you want to say, I am aware of this resistance, but ultimately I would desire Y. Resistance is X and desire is Y. So let's talk about the resistance, because I'm still hearing a lot of resistance, because we still have a lot to talk about. What's the resistance? Valerie, perfect. Honestly, I want to feel comfortable in my physical body. And Valerie, again, I'm going to take the lens and go full for you. You actually want to be comfortable in your physical journey. That you're letting go in judgment of why you're here, what's going on, what's wrong, how you're broken, how you're not good enough. Beautiful. So Valerie, use that wider lens to recognize, wow, I'm still resisting being human. I'm resisting my physical journey. I'm still resisting me being me. Who can relate to that? I want to know who relates to that. See, I want the act of eating to be as natural and trusting as breathing. See, beautiful. And so we want it to be natural. We want it to feel good. We want it not to come from, look, okay, I want everybody to feel this one. I'm going to read what C said from the 4 bodies, okay? I see the hearts coming. This is fantastic. This is so fantastic, so fantastic. I'm going to read this again slowly, okay? And I'm mindful of the comments at the top that I missed. And I know, Jen, you had something big up there too. So put them in the window again, even though we've moved. If we've moved along and you want to bring it later, I always hate when I miss comments. So funny that I'm reading it up now. But anyway, I'm going to read this. Okay. I want the act, that's the physical body. So C says, I want the act, the physical body of eating, physical activity, to be natural and trusting, just like breathing. So what does that say? I want to get my mind out of it. What's in the way? It's our self-judgment. It's our thinking. It's something's wrong. It's these beliefs or misbeliefs that we're holding about food and us not being good enough and that we need to control and not trust. It's all of these noises and voices that we've gotten from society of eat this, don't eat this. This is good, this is not good. This is bad, this is whatever. I'm going to read Angie's. I desire an easier relationship with food and life. Okay, so I think we calibrated to recognizing we want eating to be love. We want eating to be natural and organic and just as easy as breathing, which means we need to trust ourselves without the judgment. So it means we need to. So what body are we engaging when we're enjoying food? Spoiler alert, I'm pointing to it. What body do we engage when we're enjoying food? What body do we engage when things feel natural? What body do we engage? The heart, the emotional body. Thank you, Angie. The emotional body, the heart. So how do we know if something feels natural? It feels good. We're happy. So now we're going to go into the practical. We're going to go into the practical right now, okay? So when we eat, we want to feel good. So I'm going to ask the question, how do we feel good while eating? How do you feel good while eating? When do you feel good eating? And I'm going to talk again about the timeline. There's the pre, the during, and the post. Okay, Monica, by eating healthy food. So, Monica, fantastic. There's another thing that's full of misjudgments and judgments and beliefs and misbeliefs. What is healthy food and what isn't healthy food? So Gary joked about the Snickers. Is that a healthy food or not a healthy food? Does it feel good to eat a Snickers? Before, during, after? What's the relationship? What is healthy food? Lynn, when the food is good and made with love. Oh my God, Lynn, I love that. Even when the food is good and made with love. So decide to make brownies. Maybe they're gluten-free. Maybe they're vegan, but they were made in the kitchen with the kids and laughing and feeling and doing. And they were made with love. And they were delicious. Monica, fresh fruits and veggies, foods that are not high in saturated fat and sugar. Fantastic. Monica, and then Monica, what about when we eat that Snickers and we eat that brownie? Does that feel good? Is that a healthy food when it feels good? Let's continue to define. So if you eat a Snickers, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel? Depends on my mood. Fantastic. And then what mood does it feel good and what mood does it feel bad? Valerie, eating enjoyable foods. I don't know what healthy food means because I was told that sometimes sweets are also healthy to eat. And that's what we wanted, Karen A, not for me after I feel guilty. Fantastic. So what we got to realize is the things that keep us from feeling good is that judgment and that guilt that's coming from the mind. Ashley, if it feels good before, during, and after. Exactly, Ashley. What we want to start to do is eating. Monica, good mood feels good, bad mood feels bad. Yes. Okay, so we're going to establish it feels good to feel good. And what we're going to do is start to make decisions that feel good post, or pre, during, and post. Pre, during, and post. Angie, I say a gratitude prayer. Recently started practice of just observing the food, colors, etc. with wonder. Want to feel satiated after. Beautiful, beautiful. Gary, I love 90% cacao. Beautiful. Valerie, I mostly feel guilty afterwards. If I feel my physical body, I get scared. Interesting. If I feel my physical body, I get scared. Valerie, tell me more about that. C, being mindful during the process, i.e. tasting, smelling, noticing sensations, rather than absent during the process. Beautiful. So now we're all getting to the practicality of how eating becomes as natural as breathing. I like Snickers ice cream now. Fantastic. Lynn, fantastic. Okay, the way I put it all sounds so simple. So then why do I struggle with this? Monica, it's not just you, it's all of us. But what we're doing is building the muscle. It's the muscle. It's the muscle of recognizing, ooh, I can have a relationship with food, aka life, that feels good. And how do I get there? With intention. So I recognize that my relationship with food is a proxy for my relationship with life. I recognize that it's natural for me to have resistance towards food/life. I realize that part of the purpose of being a human is to work out this resistance that I have with food/life. I'm going to enjoy, be curious, find it interesting, aka Valerie, to explore this relationship between food/life until I can move into a place of natural, organic eating and living. Eating and living, because it's about food and it's about life. How does that feel? And Monica, the way that I put it, I want it to sound simple. What I want us to do is before we eat, okay, so now we're getting really into practicality. See, saying, but mindfully is very challenging and I'm still learning. Very perfect. So if we are present, are we present? Is our mind judging? So C says mindfully is very challenging, I'm still learning. So when we're present, using our senses. So when we're present, what are we doing? We're using our physical senses. We're using our sense of smell and smelling the food, taste, sound, touch, looking at the colors. And now I'm not in my mind. I'm not judging, not feeling guilty. Maybe I'm feeling my body. And I can recognize, ooh, I'm hungry. Or maybe I'll recognize, ooh, I'm actually not hungry. I'm actually bored. And I'm choosing to use food as a coping mechanism. Interesting. So maybe I'll pick up the phone and call somebody or go for a walk. Once I become present, I'll say, ooh, I'm actually really sad. I feel so alone. And I was about to reach for chocolate or even a fruit, something healthy, even if I'm reaching for something healthy because I'm sad. It's a coping mechanism. Isn't that interesting? I'm avoiding feeling my emotions and instead choosing to stuff it with food. It's not a relationship that I want to have with food anymore. So once you become present, you're not just present with the food that you're eating, you're present with your physicality to determine what its real intention is with the food. And I'm being silent. So we all just sort of, we're present. Is everybody present for today? Is everybody present right now in the live? Manal, I took a screenshot. I love how I'm feeling and reconditioning myself to what served me. I said earlier, I'm rediscovering my appreciation of food, what works for me, what doesn't, what makes me feel bad, what makes me feel good, and how it impacts my whole body. I sort of detox, if you will, love the journey, allowing a new experience and reconditioning of what I desire of my health and well-being, my worthiness. Off wheat and dairy, and the killer yesterday was the sugar cravings. Beautiful. However, today I'm feeling a big change already. I feel good. More energy on all fronts, loving this process and my empowerment so much. I love mindful eating too, so much to appreciate. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I just asked if everybody's present. Angie said yes, and Karen A said, oh yes, and Monica said yes, and Lynn said yes, here and now. And Valerie said yes, but I'm very emotionally overwhelmed by this topic. I feel so much resistance. Okay, beautiful. So I love Valerie, because my next question was, what do you feel now? So let's feel into our bodies. Okay, Valerie, what's the resistance you feel? I want everybody to feel into your physical body right now. Okay, everybody feel it, and I see all the hearts. Okay, this is so exciting, and I feel a moment of wanting to cry. I can feel such intensity right now. This is beautiful. Right now I know we're going to have a shifting moment. So open ourselves up to this shifting moment. I can feel it, my goosebumps. I feel it. I feel an energy shift right now. Open up your body and become aware and present with your body. What's your body telling you? What's your body telling you right now? What's your body telling you? Valerie, overwhelming sadness. I now see how my resistance to being alive equals my resistance to food. Food keeps us alive. Okay, beautiful, Valerie. And I feel that sadness. What do you want to do with that sadness? And what do you want to do with that awareness? What do you want to do with that awareness? Angie says, I want to be at ease. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The body's just carrying so much. Who was it that said in the beginning that they're feeling so much stress? Was it UC? And we just want to, no, it was Hamad. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but I think it was Hamad saying feeling a lot of stress. We're just carrying all of this judgment and expectation and fear and repression to our physical bodies. And this desire to be perfect and not dead and worthy and free, and we're carrying it in our bodies. Take a deep breath, everybody. Take a deep breath in and just let out all the tension that you're feeling in your physical body. Let it out. Let out all the resistance that you're carrying towards food, towards body, towards life. Just let it out. Is everybody letting it out? Lynn, that is satisfied. I ate good and enough. Fantastic, Lynn. Fantastic. Valerie, I feel the same stuckness in my throat as last time. My chest is super tense. Valerie, fantastic. Also my jaw. Fantastic. So Valerie, feel into your energy. Feel into it. Everybody feel into your body. And if you feel resistance in your body right now, we're going to release. Valerie, I'm going to guide you, and everybody, I want you to feel into your resistance. And I want you to tell me what that emotion is. Tired. Oh, it's one of my favorites too, Valerie. Tired. And then go further, Valerie. Tell me the story that you have. And everybody that's feeling your resistance, do the same thing. It's through this awareness that we become free. Angie, fear. Fantastic. Angie, what's your fear of? Valerie, I want to know what you're tired of. Tired of life, tired of living, tired of trying, tired of being. Tell me what you're tired of, Valerie. Tired of what? Angie, what do you fear? What are you fearful of? Tired of life and being. Tired of life and being. Valerie, feel that and see where you feel it and see if you could just let it go. See if you can take it from where you're feeling physically and just remove it, just like you're removing something that you're wearing. Tell me if that's going to work. And also, I have a deep desire for ease. Beautiful. And also take a deep breath in. See that tired and see that feeling of just being done. Become aware of it and breathe it out. And then breathe in the ease. And tell me how you feel, Valerie. And if you have this need to cry or let it out, just let it out. Yawning, stretching, there may be so many things. Angie, of being too open. Angie, what does that mean, of being too open? Tell me what that means. Gary, fear is always my resistance. Okay, beautiful. And Gary, what is your fear and where you're feeling it? What are you feeling it? Valerie, I've been crying for 5 minutes now. Haha, big release. Valerie, you needed to tell me that because if you're crying, you're letting it out. So we already did it. Oh my God. I'm also laughing now. Well, because if you're crying, you're releasing it. And I was trying to guide you to releasing it. And you've already been releasing it because the awareness comes first. And then we need to find a way to release it. And when awareness, and then step 1, awareness. Step 2 is acknowledgement. We acknowledge what's desired. And then step 3 is letting go. And we let go by crying. We let go with, I remember I said I could feel a huge energy that's ready to go. I could feel the energy in the room peaking. And then we get into, and then we just release, because it's the seeing it that it's not seeing it is what builds up that energy. And when you see it, it allows you to be released. And then appreciation. Okay, Angie, being judged by who? Being judged by who? By who? Valerie, big release. Fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. Erica, fear of failure. That after I leave this session, I'll forget all this because of the busyness of life and never really actually change. Okay, so Erica, beautiful. What do you want then? What do you want? What do you want? So fear of failure, beautiful. Awareness. Where are you feeling it? Now, what do you want? What do you want? Angie, being judged by anyone. And then Angie, I might offer to you, it's the one person that's judging you and projecting the judgment of others onto you as you. Can you start to see that rather than it's anyone, it's actually you? Can you see that? Can you feel that more importantly than see it? Can you see that? Yes, I see that. Thank you. Beautiful. And can you release it? Can you just use, like Valerie just demonstrated to us, is that awareness and that a release? Can you release that by that awareness of you thinking that it's other people judging you, but it's actually me judging me? And wow, it's me judging me. Wow. And release. Everybody that's here, show me with hearts, show me with words. Who's judging themselves and blaming other people for judging themselves? Who's judging themselves but blaming others for judging them? Oh, it's me. It's me. It's me. Isn't that Miley Cyrus song? It's me. It's me. It's me judging me, but I'm blaming everybody else. Let's see it. Why do we see it? To release it. Release it. I also blame myself for judging others. Beautiful. So you judging whatever it is. What we got to realize, it's all about me and me. It's using the external to not calibrate with the internal. External to not calibrate with the internal. External to not calibrate with the internal. Okay, beautiful. Gary, I'm terrified that I may have run out of Snickers. Shoot. Beautiful. Okay. Angie, yes, the poop emoji, ego. I love the ego. Don't get us started on the ego, Angie. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Valerie, Manal, is it Taylor Swift, not Miley Cyrus? Yes, it's Taylor Swift. I think it's Taylor Swift. Thank you, Valerie. Oh my God, but I was imagining Hannah Montana, and you're right, which is Miley Cyrus's alter ego, Taylor Swift. Anyway, I'm aging myself, so I'm gonna stop. Okay, let's take inventory. How is everybody feeling? How is the room feeling? How is the room feeling? So food is a proxy for life. Lynn says, great, fantastic. And what we want to do is eat to love. Not eat to live, but eat to love. We're going to eat to love by recognizing, oh, I'm my life purpose. And I want food and my body and everything to feel good. And anything that I have that's control or lack of trust or allowing is me calibrating to learning to be a power human being. A power human being. So how do I become a power human being? By starting to feel food. I'm glad you guys all like Eat to Love. It's going to be the next podcast is actually going to be called Eat to Love. It's going to be called Eat to Love about intuitive eating. So we're going to eat to love. So how do we eat to love? Food and body is a bit more muscle than I'm used to, but that's okay because I'm up for this, because I signed up for this, I'm human. I'm going to recognize my relationship with food is in 3 time spans: before, during, and after. Before, I'm going to feel into my body. I'm going to ask myself, what is it that I desire? I'm going to ask myself if I'm eating to eat or eating to love. I'm asking myself if I'm coping or fueling. I'm going to ask myself, that is my intentions aligned, that I want to give myself the fuel that feels good, and that I honor good food and food that feels good. Then during, I'm going to be present with my body, present with the food. Oh, when we cook and prepare the food, it's with love, baked with love, cooked with love, enjoyed with love, intention with love, by being present. And then during, I'm going to watch, smell, see, taste, be with the food, be present with my body, enjoy the sensations of the food, enjoy the process of eating, being present with the food, being present with my body, stopping when my body gives me the cues, have gratitude, appreciate everything that I'm eating. Jen says pray with a giggle. Eat, love, and pray. I think that's what you're getting at. I'm going to really enjoy the food. I'm going to listen to my body signals. I'm going to see if something's off. I'm just not going to eat it. I'm going to be so in touch and present that I'm going to know and be a connoisseur of the food and eat what's bringing me pleasure. Mindful that if a partner or friend cooked it, I don't want to insult them. So part of the eating to love is just recognizing the situation I'm in. And so I'm not saying something doesn't taste good, don't eat it. If it's the fuel for the day, I think you know where I'm going with that. But just be present with it. And then this is the important one. They're all important. You are, Angie, you are what you eat. Just to recognize. And then this is the important one. How do I feel after? Did it taste good? Does my body feel good? Am I energized? Am I tired? Am I bloated? Am I hurting? Am I sluggish? There's all these things with the post after that you might want to start to, like Jen said, that she started to look at the relationship. with food and what am I eating and what am I not eating and how does it feel in my body and how does it start to really understand that I always love this example. Eggs are one of the most nutritional foods out there. One of the most nutritional foods. But if you're vegan, you're not going to eat it. If you subscribe to being a vegan, and there's a lot of different reasons that you might, you're not going to eat egg. So egg is not good for you. If you have an allergy, my daughter has an allergy, no matter how good egg is terrible for her, and she should not be eating egg. But this could be true for any type of food. It could be chicken that doesn't agree with your body. It could be salmon that doesn't agree with your body. Could be gluten that doesn't agree with your body. Could be wheat. I think I just said gluten, which is wheat. Could be dairy is what I meant to say. What does your body feel like after it eats the Snickers? Before, does it feel guilty? Don't eat it. Does it feel, ooh, I'm excited for this? Eat it. During, while I'm eating it, it feels good to eat it? Keep eating it. After, it feels bad? Then next time, even though you think it feels good before, it didn't feel bad after. I was tired, sleep on the couch for 2 hours. Then it doesn't have the storyline of feeling good. And I'm eating to love, which means feeling good. How does that feel? How does that feel? Jen, cinnamon, can't eat cinnamon. Some people, cinnamon. So what is good for your body? So what I want us to do with eating to love is opening up our body and being so aware with the physical is that we start to recognize what is good for me. What is the best fuel for me? You might want to go and get some food tests, food sensitivities, or do I have allergies? What it is, and start to know. You could use tools that can accelerate this exploration journey, or you could just know. Or you can just know. How does that feel? How does that feel? My kids told me that I repeat myself too much. We went on the weekend when we were out for breakfast. We played the game of what everybody needs to be aware about themselves. And I got, Mom, you repeat yourself. You'll say the same thing over and over and over. And we got it the first time. So they're going to tell me, got it. It was a bit of a sassy got it, but it was basically when I got it, then I have to stop and not keep explaining it. So I noticed that I do repeat things. So when you guys get it, just say, got it, got it, got it. So do we get it? Do we got it? Do we got it? Did you come in and shift your relationship with food? Did you come in and shift your relationship with life? Do you have tools to help you recognize how to start to be present with yourselves? Cynthia, got it. Beautiful. Valerie, I feel like I have a long journey ahead of me, but it's okay to take my time with this. Fantastic. Valerie, you have your whole life. Yes, you are on your human journey. Yes, you get to join. You, again, you're in your 20s. You get to experience and see things. You're surrounded with people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Yes, you have a long journey to trust life and to grow into life and to become self-aware and self-confident and to build your self-esteem and your self-worth. That's what we're here for in this human journey. Valerie, I can say to you specifically, and it's probably true to all of us, stop taking yourself so seriously and enjoy the ride. That's to you, Valerie, and it's to everybody probably, but it was specifically to Valerie and to everybody. And to me, and to me, and to me. See, you are what you eat. I live by this, but when I slip up now, I'm beginning to tell myself that I am perfectly perfect. Beautiful, see. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I want you to say, eat to love, eat to love, eat to love. Valerie, I do feel like I shifted and released. Yeah, fantastic. Jen, totally got it. A big shift for me. Fantastic. Gary, Manal, I should not be making light of any food because I remember how reactive my daughter was when I should just mention food. Valerie, I'm so sorry. Gary, it's totally fine. Snickers is good for you or not good for you, depending on what your mindset is before, during, and after. I am never going to say to anybody, do not eat a Snickers bar, particularly if it's their very, very, very favorite chocolate bar. But I'm going to say, how do you feel before? How do you feel during? And how do you feel after? And if none of those, any one of those, are not eating from love, then don't eat it. Calibrate to how to eat that to love in the full cycle. The full cycle. Not just one part of the cycle, during, and guilty after and guilty before, that's something you shouldn't eat. But if you can feel good during the full cycle of Snickers bar, perfect. Pizza, perfect. Ice cream, perfect. Go for it. If there's anywhere in that cycle, and it doesn't mean that you can't still eat the food, but there's a indication of the resistance on the cycle that you get to muscle. Ooh, I feel guilty after. Perfect. Then until I can feel good with what I'm eating and my choices, then I either have to recalibrate or not eat it. And I prefer you to calibrate. And how do we calibrate? We calibrate with our body. Our bodies, how do we want our bodies to feel? Energized, strong, empowered, healthy, free, flexible. Did I say strong? I don't know if I said strong. Capable, able, focused. How do we want our bodies to feel? So ultimately, we know that we're eating to love by our bodies and how we feel in our bodies and about our bodies. But it's not just the food, it's also our self-image and our self-worth and our self-esteem and our self-confidence. Jen, we want to feel alive. Alive. And Valerie, because you made such a shift today, you're here because we want to be alive. We chose to be humans because in the human journey, there is life. Let's enjoy the life. Let's enjoy the journey. Let's enjoy the ride. Yeah? So how's everybody feeling? Did we get the big shift we're looking for? Is everybody feeling empowered? Is everybody recognizing, ooh, I can really learn to love food and love eating and love my body and love myself and love life and love my journey? Ooh. And Valerie, this is fun. This is fun. This is fun. This is fun. Okay, so how's everybody feeling? How's everybody feeling? See the hearts going? Hearts, 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 hearts. Monica, I'm feeling okay. Okay, just what okay? Monica, what's the resistance? What is the resistance? This is a hard one for me. Okay, one for me. Okay, tell me what the resistance is that you're feeling. Let's get you a shift. I'm ready for you to have a shift. I want everybody to have a big shift today. What is the resistance you're feeling? I see the hearts going. I see the hearts going. Food is a big one. Body image is a big one. Self-image is a big one. Okay, everybody's holding the space for you. Valerie says, Monica, we're all here. Monica, what is it? What is it? Angie, I love food, eating, and life. I still dislike the restriction and discipline I have to apply. But Angie, let me ask you something. And what we just described, where do you see the resistance, the restriction and discipline? Monica, it's my all or nothing attitude towards this. I'm either really on or really off. Monica, tell me from a wider lens what this means about how you see life. Take your lens off of food for a second and go up and talk to me about how you feel about life. I'm either all in or nothing attitude towards this. I'm either really on or really off. Monica, there's a big hint about life. Tell me how you feel about that, about life. Angie, celiac diet is restricted and I have to be disciplined. So Angie, I'm going to ask you something because again, I don't eat gluten. I don't eat dairy. I don't eat sugar. I don't eat, maybe there's other things. I avoid tomatoes. There's a lot of things that I do, but I have modeled it in my mind that it's not discipline and restriction. It's the choices to feel good. So I allow myself the feeling of being free without exposing myself to particularly gluten, because it does not agree with me. I've learned it even more lately. So is there a way that you can spin it that doesn't make you feel restricted and disciplined? And I want you to take your lens off of the food as well and go to life. Because I think when we go to food, we're going to be very more granular. Come back to life and see how you feel life, and tell me how that applies to the bigger story. Okay. Monica, I'm trying to find my way. My good days are really good, and my bad days are really bad. Yeah, Monica, I'm dealing with a lot. All I'm trying to do is put more space between myself and the bad days. Monica, fantastic. I think that your food with relationship isn't about your food relationship. I think it's about the sadness that you're still, I don't like the word I was going to use, but fine, I'm using it. Recovering was the word I'm going to use, but I don't really like it. Recalibrating, reestablishing from your loss. You're still rebuilding from your loss. You're still rebuilding as Monica without. So I feel like give yourself grace and recognize that it's not about the food. It's about you finding the beautiful, trying to find my way in life. Okay, I've got the goosebump and I'm ready to cry. It's not about food. Food is just a manifestation about how you're feeling about life, because you're recalibrating without your beautiful partner. You're recalibrating without being single. Do you have children, Monica? I don't know if I think you do. I don't remember how old. Tell me. But you're reestablishing yourself from a different family model than you had before. And yeah, so you're going to project that onto food and other relationships, but really is about life, and it's not about food. And the more that you are able to get wider good days and less bad days, the more that you're going to see the freedom. I have stepchildren, grandchildren. They live in North Carolina. I'm South Carolina. Oh, yeah, Monica, you know I'm in North Carolina. Beautiful, beautiful. So can you see then that it's not about food? Can you give yourself grace and it's not about food? And that you can start to use food as an indication of allowing you to understand how you feel that day. And you can start to appreciate that food is sort of like your tire pressure or your fuel gauge, that it's allowing you to see the way that you feel about food is sort of a proxy for how you're feeling that day. And that you use food as the way to like, oh, I see that, but I'm going to eat to love, and use that eat to love to be a gateway to allowing you to live to love. So use your food as the gauge and allow them to play off of each other, and leaning on the other one. When you feel good, then use it to grow your relationship with food. When you feel bad, watch your relationship with food and recognize it's just a proxy for how you're feeling, and start to grow and grow and grow through that awareness. Good? That's a great way to look at it. Eat to love as a gateway to live to love. Beautiful. Yes. Eat to love as a gateway to live to love. Yes. Yes. Monica, did you get your shift? Did you get your shift? Beautiful. I love that. Okay, fantastic. Did you get your shift? Did you get your shift? Did you get your shift? See, I finally get now and beginning to understand truly that it's not about food. See, yes, that's the biggest teaching that I try to incorporate into every live stream. It's not about the partner. It's about the relationship. It's not about the food. It's not about the body. It's about the me. It's about me. Monica, I have shifted. Thank you, Manal and friends. Oh, beautiful. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, let me see the comments that I missed. Oh, I want Angie. Angie, I want you to come with me to see how we can shift that. Okay, today's so powerful and insightful. What a beautiful community we have. We do have a beautiful community. See, I finally get, okay, I read that. Did I miss anything? I know I missed something. Maybe it was to each other. Okay, Angie, I'm coming back to you. Angie, 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 beautiful Angie. And everybody that feels like there's something physical that's keeping them restricted. Whether it's a disease, it's an illness, it's an allergy, it's an intolerance, whatever it might be. How can we shift the way that we see and think about it to allow us to feel empowered? That's my question. Do 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 do. I'm not getting answers, but I really would love some. I'll repeat the question. How can you view your relationship with food that doesn't feel restrictive and disciplined? It feels free and natural. Maybe it's because my signal just went, okay, did everybody get that question? How can we have our relationship with food to feel free and natural and not restricted and disciplined? How do we have our relationship with food to feel free and natural and not restricted and disciplined? What's the shift that we can invite? What's the shift? Alex would like food for 200. Gary, I love it. I love it. Angie, be more relaxed. Angie, I love that. Jen, I love my whole self, therefore I love what is good for me. Oh, Jen, love it. Monica, well, I guess it is, I can't be fixing on food all the time so I can feel free. Yes, yes. Valerie, acceptance to what makes us feel good. Yes. I would also suggest that, Angie, that there might be a judgment that you have on your body as being broken or not good enough. You have celiac disease. What does that make you feel about your body? And maybe, again, it's not about your food. It's about your relationship with how you feel and you perceive yourself. For me, I say I choose. There's really, think about it. There's thousands of choices for us to eat. Like we can choose by cuisine. We can choose by food type. We can choose by the spices. We can choose by raw versus cooked, the type smoked, the type of cooking. There's so many choices for us to have. So why am I focused on what I can't versus the majority of what I can? Angie, I'm scared of hurting my body through eating the wrong things. Fantastic, Angie. Now, when we talk about eat to love, does that sound like eating to love? And I'm not trying to intellectualize. I want your awareness and your desire. Like, what's your desire? Let's get to the end goal. We recognize what's standing in front of that goal, which is fear of hurting your body through eating the wrong things. And then we open ourselves up to recognize, ooh, I don't want to live life through fear. I want to live life through love. I want to live life through acceptance. I want to live life naturally and with ease. And so we make those shifts. And the fear orients us and guides us, calibrates us. Tell me how that feels, Angie. See, I have an illness. This one has nothing to do with eating. It's an additional other, or my future needs I've learned are going to cause weight gain. I have to remember that I am eating to live. Yes, see, I'm eating to live. I'm eating to love. Don't see yourself as broken. See yourself as whole. Recognize that there's something in your body that's teaching you about life. Be open to understanding. Recognize your body is a miracle, and there's such amazing medicine and changes in science that today they might not have answers, but tomorrow they do. And you're excited and ready for them to recognize and find answers that help you live life from health and ease and comfort. We've got such amazing medical system and science and we are a miracle. And people have been told that they have days or weeks to die and live for years. For years. Be one of those that defy. Don't allow limiting beliefs and thoughts that people have to restrict the way that you approach life. That's what I would say, see. Eating to live and love, especially self-love, and choices of foods that supports life. Beautiful, beautiful, see, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Valerie, we're pretty lucky. I often think about how we can have different food from different countries. Is that what meant means, Valerie? Different from different countries. Beautiful. Angie, my health is balancing act. I'm autistic and I have a hole in my immune system. If I'm not disciplined, I get sick. Angie, beautiful. And I see all of that. Now, Angie, when you see yourself from light and from power and from empowerment and from strength and from wholeness, tell me what you see when you shift to seeing yourself from wholeness. And if you're not ready during this live, it's okay. I'm just guiding you with your awareness, opening the awareness to allow you to receive the shift when you're ready. So the shift does not have to happen today. But I'm going to ask you a strong person body. Perfect. So I want you to be, are you open to shifting to being a strong person body? Are you open to seeing yourself from a place of strength? Are you ready for that? That's my question. Are you ready for that? Yes. And then Angie, what's standing in the way of that? Valerie, meals. Yes, yes. We're so lucky to have so much cuisine. We go and choose what to eat based on cuisine. Angie, myself. Okay, beautiful. What aspect of yourself is standing in the way? What aspect of yourself? Your judgment, your expectations, your guilt, your shame. My mind. Beautiful. So Angie, there's some room for self-love in your mind. There's love to accept your mind. There's love to let go of the resistance that you have in your mind. Your mind then becomes a conduit for allowing and to accepting, and so you get to see the resistance and the control that you have of your mind and your mind of you, which is making you have resistance and control to food. So you could start to smile, just like I talked about with Monica. Just smile at seeing the game, that control game between your mind and your food and your gut. They're all fighting, and it's a whole body. And what you want is the whole body to love and accept. You want to move into allowing of the whole body, wholeness of the whole body, acceptance of the whole body, flowing of the whole body. But Angie, you're not going to shift like that in a day, even though you can. It's not that it's impossible, but just enjoy your journey of calibrating to empowering. Angie, how many lives of mine have you been on? How many of mine have you been on? Like Valerie, how many have you been on? Monica, how many have you been on? Gary, how many have you been on? And are you starting to see yourself thinking for more self? Jen, how many have you been on? About 6. Fantastic. And are you starting to see yourself shift into more empowering? Are you starting to see your relationship with life starting to become empowered? Are you starting to see that things, the way that you see things and the way that you're approaching life is changing? Are you starting to see that you're building the muscles in your different bodies in ways that you didn't? Are you starting to see that when you come on these lives, you can calibrate quicker? And today's a tough subject. Monica, probably all of us, all of them. Aw, you're so beautiful, Monica. And do you see yourself changing? Do you see yourself opening? Do you see yourself growing? My whole point is every day we may drink coffee. Every day we may drink tea. Every day we're going to eat. Every day we're going to work out. So there's nothing, it's not different in the spirituality realm. We're growing together. So give yourself the grace and the compassion for the shifts that you're inviting. Angie, past 2 years visiting InsightTimer has brought many changes in me. Fantastic. Honor that. See your growth. See your growth. Celebrate your growth. Celebrate your expansion. Recognize. And again, now we're calibrating to your wholeness. And we picked a really tough subject. And we're almost at an hour and a half, and everybody's done it with grace. There wasn't a lot of self-hate and self-deprecation and negativity. There wasn't a lot of like self-judgment. There was all awareness and a shift towards self-love and compassion and purpose. Valerie, I've been here for a long time. I'm noticing how I'm shifting daily. The other day I realized how much more often I shift my thoughts too. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. It's an opportunity for growth and gratitude. Beautiful. Jen, since last September, and I have the most amazing shift. Grateful beyond words to you and everyone in this group. A wee joke for Gary. Which condiment adds the most kick? Which condiment adds the most kick? So Angie, enjoy the journey. Monica, enjoy the journey. Valerie, enjoy the journey. We are all growing and shifting, and this is the fun that I offered that we're going to have today, talking about intuitive eating. It's fun. Growth is amazing. That's what we're here for, to grow and to expand, to learn, to understand, to allow, to flow, to be I am. Good, good, good. Okay, Jen, which condiment adds the most kick? I see the hearts, and we're getting to a joke. Which condiment adds horseradish? Horseradish. Good. I did have to think about it twice before we get it. Oh my God, so cute. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, so how is everybody feeling? Whole, empowered, self-loving, allowing. See, thank you for your donation. Oh, fantastic. Monica, this is very different than I expected it to be today. It was really great. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Valerie, I feel good. Oh my God, good, good, good. Monica, good. What were you expecting today? I'm just curious what you're expecting. Because isn't this like normal? But there was some really big awarenesses. Some really big awarenesses. This was very powerful. It was really, really good. It was very fantastic. See the hearts. Goofball, Jen. Yes, it was cute. It was cute. Yes, good, good, good. Lynn, fantastic, fantastic. Wonderful. Fantastic. Okay, so next week we're talking, I think, habits. I think we're talking about, is it bad habits that we're talking about? Oh, I didn't bring my notebook, my handy dandy notebook. Today we're talking about food. Next week we might talk about exercise or bad habits, or one of it's on the same thing about really about the physical body. This month is really fantastic. We just nail it into what we're doing. See, feeling more accepting myself. Fantastic. Cynthia, amazing live as usual. Wonderful, Cynthia. Wonderful. Lynn, understanding body pain. Okay. Oh, Lynn. Okay, you're right. I did understanding body pain. So next week, and the week after, is it habits, or do I not have one after the week after? Lynn, thank you for that. Monica, I thought the discussion was going to revolve more about actual food. No, not in Manal's face. It's going to be about looking internally and eating to love, to live, to be happy, enjoying the pleasures of life. Food is to be enjoyed. I want us all to enjoy food. And when we enjoy food, we will pick healthy foods. We will pick foods that empower us. We will pick foods that feel good. And that doesn't mean that we won't eat the brownie. Maybe it might be gluten-free. It might be vegan. It might not have dairy. It might be many different choices to it. It might be made out of chickpeas. But we're going to find ways to enjoy food and choose foods that fuel us in the best way. And the week after is bad habits. Fantastic. Thank you, Lynn. Faith, first time. Oh, eye opener. Wonderful, Faith. Welcome to all the first timers. Join, follow, join, attain your authentic life. We've been pretty quiet lately, but just join in there. Get the conversation. We can keep going during off times. Geetha just joined. Sorry, I missed it. Don't worry, Geetha. We are going to go on and live and live again. Monica, thank you for your donation. See, I'm good with bad habits as well. Fantastic. We will break away from them. We will do the same thing we did today. Self-empowerment, recognizing that it's just part of the human journey, finding love and compassion, acceptance and flow for everything that we're experiencing. Valerie, exploring bad habits in 2 weeks. Okay, fantastic. Jen, one more. Which IT friends should always take, which InsightTimer friends should you always take out to dinner? Ooh. See, second time today, I think I'll come back. See, so happy that you'll come back. Fantastic. I'd prefer to hear you say, second time today, I'll come back, and get rid of that I think. Your taste buds. Jen, did you just make that up? That's just really good. That's so cute. Okay, fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, guys. Powerful. Keep the conversations coming. Join Attain Your Authentic Life, the group. Follow me if you don't follow me. Let's look in. Let's see that food and our relationship with food is a proxy for our relationship with life, and find a way to calibrate, to flow, acceptance, self-love, appreciation, creativity, indulgence, abundance, beauty, love, happiness, celebration, aliveness, energy, flow, and all those beautiful words that we talk about: strength, wholeness. I love you all. We'll see you next week. Thank you, C. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Geetha. Thank you, everybody that's been here today, everybody that continues to come. Thank you for our growth and our expansion and our shifts. I love our big shifts that occur. I love that we're like, oh, I feel bad. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I feel great. I understand myself in such a powerful way, in a way that I hadn't. I love those moments. Wonderful. Geetha, attaining your authentic life. Oh, what's the name of the group? Thank you, Valerie. I missed that. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Okay, I love you all. I will see you again soon. My love, always. That was fascinating. So amazing. Food is a proxy for the life that you want to live. Join me to attain the life that you desire. Go to my website, www.Mattain.me, that's MATTAIN.me, and sign up for my weekly newsletters. You'll be in the know with everything that we're going to do and continue to grow and expand and live the life that you desire. My love, always.